Hello. I am Pukey Mouthface. I contain at least one more secret of some sort. What could secret be? No idea. Great. Yeah. That is a riddle. But this is a Pukey face, which I've solved so many things from so far. Wait. Oh. Ow, shit. I think I noticed it. Look at this thing. Because I was like, well, there's that one, and there's the one in the secret door. Like, one thing I would think is to find another one of those towers of symbols. And I'm looking at this middle part here. I'm like, because at first I was looking at the dark layer, and I'm like, the dark layer doesn't look like it would really be a full one. It's all shaped wrong. And the top one, like the bottom one has to kind of have a flat bottom, and the top one has to kind of have a flat top, which means they can't really be a tower. But this middle thing? Maybe. On like at least one side. What if it goes all the way around? Shit. Well, our known symbols are the S, the Z, the 4 T's, and the square. So the next question is, which ones can I decode out of this? And that's where things get harder. God, what if it goes all the way around? Like, it's like a loop. I'm just trying to look at these 4 sides and think of, like, is there a starting point I can use? But like, this right here is such a weird clump. This is a 3x3 square. The way I would fill that in would involve at least one L shape, and the L shapes aren't even part of our language right now. So if those are part of it, then I need to figure out what L shapes would even mean. There's another 3x3 over here. And this one's partly covered by waterfalls while also being pretty obscured. So like, this one kind of seems like it's the most reasonable. Maybe. Well, by the time I get around here, I'd be putting L shapes in it anyway. Damn it. There's also different squares. Like, certain squares have different patterns to them, which would indicate that maybe they should be interpreted differently. Oh, what if that's what it is? What if it's not the which... I was looking at the 3 layers of dirt, but what if it's actually... What if me looking at each individual type of square leads to, like, a tower sticking out that I can decode? It's hard to look at. I don't know, they don't really seem entirely continuous, though. I don't think I like that idea. I don't know. Maybe we'll poke around a little bit, see if new types of secrets come up and so on. But I'll keep this in the back of my head as an idea. I have a more easy to follow lead I want to follow up on, which is that classroom. Yeah, you can even see it in the picture. Like, we know how to decode those. I should just walk in there and do that. Just enter the code that's on that wall, and then that's probably the secret that room contains. So I'm gonna go on a little trek to get over there. I'm probably on the right track to be looking at those kinds of things, though. In part, because, like, there could be secrets like that hidden in the environment. Like, I'm looking at these here. I see zigzag shapes, I see T shapes, but I also see L shapes, which is the problem. And squares. I don't necessarily know what order I would interpret those spots as being in. But like, maybe you input something like that, because this place has a secret. This place has some kind of secret. And it might be the fact that the environment is made up of those squares. Wait. Wait, did I just lower... Wait. In the other room... I just lowered the water level for all of the water? Wait, is that the secret that's in this environment? That was the secret. Okay. Okay. So you affect the water level for every single area around here that has a water level. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Candles? Because now this place has a secret I need to solve. Oh. I saw that when I saw the door that wasn't opened yet, I'm like, excuse me? What are you doing here? There? Oh my god. Am I supposed to decode those? The entire thing is made of the Tetris blocks, though. The Tetronymos. Much of the background also looks like it's made of Tetronymos. Almost like a fractal of Tetris pieces. Oh yeah. I was looking at the front layer of like ivy rails that look like they're made of Tetronymos, but then the background layer is full of them, and then the holes in the background layer are shaped like them, and then behind that is yet another layer made of them. So you see them everywhere, like it's the goddamn number 23. But what is the password? Which thing in this room is part of the puzzle? Why do I sometimes have a cube friend and sometimes not? At 25 and 9. We're at like 107% right now. We're way up there. What if you have to like do dot to dot on the dots? There's so many of them. Ah, which details are puzzle elements and which details are just weird noise. I mean, my go-to reflex is to think that I'm supposed to light these candles somehow. But how? Now, are those like, what are these rocks? Just random rocks? There's fire here. But like, I can't carry it anywhere or light it on fire, or changing perspective makes it blink out of existence, so you can't even like, I thought maybe you'd change perspective to like transfer the fire from candle to candle, which would be kind of a neat puzzle. If probably kind of simple. Oh, that's a tall tower of Tetris. This is probably completely fruitless, but I'm just checking. So I was like, maybe down here there'll just randomly be like some sort of weird detail. Nope. It's all the same pattern. Which may or may not be a pattern. It might be... A pattern implies repeating, so it might not be a pattern. I find it interesting that some parts of this have cracks in it. Like this matching crack there, but these cracks point to the front, but there's not a matching one there. I'm not sure what the cracks mean necessarily. There's just a whole bunch of candles. I know it exists now, at least. It was added as a result of lowering the water level, which means I gotta check every water level-y area to see where else secrets may have popped up. But that's not my goal right now. My goal is to find my way back down to the classroom area, which I totally know how to get to. I don't know how to get there necessarily. I think it's here. Okay, loading screen's might be a good sign. Yes, okay. There's all sorts of secrets waiting for me in the giant area over there, but I want to deal with the simpler one right now, which is the one that looks like Blade Runner. Let's go to Blade Runner Land. Not that one. That's the one. We're off to see Blade Runner. It's a very strange movie. Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner is a real strange experience if you're used to movies where the protagonist does something. Because he kind of doesn't do anything in that movie. And that's odd in its own right. Why did I go there? I know it's not the right spot. There's not even a secret here. There really is a movie where the movie just kind of happens at the protagonist for a while. And they don't really do much to affect the outcome of the events. Okay. Let's write this down, because the moment I rotate it, we won't be able to see it anymore. I can rather simply label this one as class. So we have right, we have down, we have a square. I'm gonna solve it from the bottom. So we have left. And we have a square. And we have down. Then we have a square. I'm having some issue with this, in part due to the fact that we can't see the individual squares that make up this thing. It doesn't... Is that a 2 by... If it was 2 squares on top of each other in the middle, then it would be 2 by 8. But it might be more of a 2 by 3. Hello, GIMP. Whoops, you guys can't see that. There's so many windows open now. Blip. GIMP. Bring up GIMP. There we go. Good old GIMP. And you take the screenshot from the screenshot folder library. There we go. Just for good measure, let's just preemptively rotate it 90 degrees. Some of these windows show up on my other screen, so you can't see me modifying some of these settings. I'm not saying that I did that on purpose. I'm saying that they just are on the other screen. Let's make it nice and big. There we go. Do like a good show grid. That's not bad. Oh, are they already like the same proportions? Almost? Almost. We need to get I think we need to make this a little smaller. We're almost there. Unless I'm just messing up blatantly. I think it still needs to be smaller. There we go. Hey! Alright. Now I can just blatantly paint over this, which is nice. I'll make a new layer out of habit, but it's not like I'm going to keep this image around long term. Make you like 15 pixels wide. This is the program I use to edit my everything. You know what? Let's do red, and we can do blue. Oops. I was gonna just do one line, but you know what? Screw it. So we have a T there, and we have a T there as expected. This is where things get more confusing. Like, this is how far we made it in my notes I was making. Let's see, if this was a Z, it would go like dit, dit, dit. So yeah, that has to be square. But in here, this could be a Z and that could be a Z, but then there's 2 left over. There could be a Z and that could be a Z, but then there's 2 left over. How does it even work? They're Tritronimos. They're all 4 in size. Every single block is equal to 4 squares. Is this an impossible shape? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And this is all fitting the grid, so this should also fit the grid. But here we have 10 squares. You can't land on 10. Huh. Huh. Is that actually the takeaway? Are you impossible to solve? What does that mean? Yeah, there is a secret here. Is it these guys? Let's see, you rotated one of them, which kind of showed the idea that I could rotate them. That's a cube, which is its own strange thing. I don't know what to make of this, but like that other room showed a cloud of these icons, so maybe you can do something with that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure what to do with that yet. I think this is only intended as a vague example and not a series of clear indications of what to actually do. Huh. Yeah. I mean, we just checked it. By the way, that looks so much like a razor blade when it's shaped like that. The those weird freestanding razor blades or whatever you want to call them. Of course, there's that really annoying thing in the way. Let's see, I'm gonna try to get pictures of these. Here's what we're working with at the moment. Let's get rid of the background image of what we were doing before. I'm still using the same GIMP, which is the name of the image editing software that's free. So here's what we have. I wrote down what ones were showing up behind the lamp so we can have those clearly set up. Let's go ahead and separate these so they can be rotated independently. I'm going to assume that they're current. I think this is 1 and I think that's 1 and that's 2. I think it might go clockwise, but I'm not sure yet. Based on that, I think this one needs to go first. Also, they read right to left as far as I can tell. So that's how we should configure that stuff. Crap. No. There we go. I'm manually entering the number so it actually faces the right direction. So I think we should enter this as a code. That should be doable. Alright, so going by that code, it would be... Oh shit. It would, yeah, I established that the top of the S or Z indicates the direction. So up, left, right, A, left, right, A, down. Ugh. Hi. How you doing? I wasn't expecting the first one to give it to me. All I've inputted so far was the one that's conjoined on the far right. Alright. Up, left, right, A. Left, right, A. Down. Up, left, right, A. Left, right, A. Down. Is it the same pattern exactly? Up, left, A. Oh. It is the same one. Okay. So I was looking at the two that are vertical, and I was trying to cross compare them, and it is partly muddied by the fact that the stupid, like, light is in the way. I was trying to figure out whether or not they match, and I thought they didn't match, but they do match. That's my mistake. So it's the same thing written 3 times. It's just showing that's what it looks like when it's written on a tablet. You can split them into individual symbols, and then you can rotate them to the side. So this was teaching me that, if not the buttons themselves, this was showing me that you can actually read it from left to right the way that I was able to determine before. In the back of my head, that might have even been why I solved it. I wasn't necessarily explicitly remembering that it was rotated sideways here, but the fact that I'd already seen it rotated sideways here probably helped me come to that leap that I needed in order to do that. Because I ultimately did, like, I was like, I'm like, this is a series of symbols. I can kind of correlate those symbols with the things in the controller. What if I rotated them, since the original attempt didn't work of trying to redo it without rotating them? And I've been in this room before that happened, so I might have just come to that conclusion. Whereas this one's just not helpful. I've come to the conclusion that symbol's not even a real symbol you can do via Tetronymos. It has the wrong number of squares making it up. I can't tell if that's a weird mistake or what. It's like, why would they ever have a symbol made of not Tetronymos? We'll see. Maybe that'll mean something later. Maybe that is within the realm of possibilities that I don't already know about. Anyway, that's all filled in, so that's good. And that's all filled in. So, my hometown has secrets. Yeah. Like that boiler room I don't understand, which maybe that has the thing I just saw, or maybe it's something else. And the secret that the other building has is that you can go under it. The takeaway here is that there's some way to go under. Or something. What's your secret, everybody? And maybe you have to painstakingly translate what everyone's saying in order to find out what the secret is? I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect. That got loud. Calm down. Alright. So I've been through the doors. It also says that it is a secret. So it's not just a random door I haven't opened. It's like a thing I have to solve. Oh, right. It was the cubes I needed to have. Shit. It's probably just this door and that's it. There's an old man with a fez. It might be worth checking what he says. Hey! The doors, they open further. What is your deal? Amazing! A working Stargate. What do you do? Well, aren't you vaguely alarming? You okay? Gomez, this is not the time to fall asleep. Of course, it's another owl. Well, alrighty then. Whoa. They made rotating the camera super slow here to make it like all hyped up. Oh. And also I've got moon gravity. Huh. And it has no additional secrets. Where did that link to? Where does my map show up as being when I'm here? Everything's slowed down, even my animations. There's no map here. Huh. Okay, that's the biggest... So before I was kind of wrong to be afraid of making story progress by going through doors that open things up. But now... That one makes me go in slow motion, and it's some sort of mega gate with a hyper cool animation, and even my animations for rotating the camera move at a different speed, and so on. I think that's the ending. And I want to unlock all the secrets. Alright, well now we know what that was. We'll keep that in mind for later, because that might be the ending, since... Yeah. That makes sense, that might be the ending. Because, the whole central nexus area doesn't have an exit. We're already past the 100% mark, which was probably 32 cubes, because I think it's 200% is... I think 200% is for getting both sets of 32, and I've now passed 32, which gets 100%. I think the significance of 32 being 100% is that it lets you get the ending. And none of these led to the ending. They all led to lore locations, basically. But inside that city is a basement that requires 32 cubes, so that's probably the ending. What secrets might you guys have? No, not you. I bet I could solve that.